Hello my dear friends, once again I welcome you to Marriage Without Tears channel. This is your ultimate channel for couples that want to make a difference in their marriage. My name is Felix Okeke. I am your marriage counselor and coach. Tonight on Marriage Without Tears channel, we're going to be looking at the 5 things a couple must do immediately after sexual intercourse. Important. I discovered that the sexual experience is a very comprehensive thing. What happens before sex, during sex, and after sex are equally important. A whole lot of things, a whole lot of people get more focused on what happens during sex, and immediately after they disengage from their spouses, they face other things, forgetting that there are things you need to do to bring the whole act into total fulfillment. So we're going to look at that. Somebody came to me the other time and she said, immediately I finished making love to my husband, he picked up his laptop, went to the sitting room and began to browse and do other things on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and I felt very alone. It's like what is going on actually. And I also had a husband who told me that while he was busy making love to his wife, there was a phone call and the wife picked up the phone and started answering the phone right while they were making love. I mean, this is terrible. So I want us to look at this more closely because a whole lot of marriages have been made or marred at the bedroom. So what are the 5 things that a couple ought to do immediately after sex? Number 1, once you disengage from one another as a couple, the very first thing to do is to hold one another and cuddle one another as if your life depended on it. Very, very important. It can be called a spoon session. One can be a bigger spoon or the other one is smaller, but you cuddle one another, you hold one another. It gives off a whole lot of hormones, love hormones that help the union, to the people involved to be more connected emotionally. Very important. Very, very important. Hold one another like your life depended on it. Begin to minister to one another. Talk to one another in deep tones, in joyful tones. Begin to appreciate one another. That is the essence of oneness as a couple. Very important. The second thing you need to do is to lower thy tone and begin to actually speak to one another. Let joy come out of your words. Begin to talk to one another about how you enjoyed it, how you loved it, how you the experience you have, the joyful, what it means to actually have one another in one another's arms. It's very, very important. These things may seem like, no, it is simple, it's so that. No. The capacity to appreciate one another, to appreciate the emotional investment that is made in the process of lovemaking is very important. If you don't know how to appreciate it, I can tell you that you can lose your spouse at the spur of the moment, because there are a dozen people out there who will love to have that kind of chance that you are having, and who will appreciate your husband or your wife more. And I want you to be very, very, attentive to the kind of words you use at that point. You can afford to be vulnerable. You can afford to, be joyful. You can afford to open up. You can afford to share some deep things, deep moments with your spouse. You can afford to laugh about some certain things. But let everything you are sharing at that time be coated with joy. Let it be coated with laughter. Let it not be coated with criticism. You are not footballers that after every match you begin to do post-match analysis. No, you're not doing post-match analysis. Rather, you are enjoying one another. It's not a time to critique one another. It's not a time to begin to undermine what one another did during the process of intercourse. No, the intercourse had come and gone at that particular point in time, but there are things you must do to appreciate the emotional investment your partner made in the process of being one with you in the bedroom. Very important. The third thing you may also need to do, for some people who actually don't know this method actually brings down a whole lot of tensions and gets you in mood for even the next session. What do I mean by that? I mean sharing snacks in between sessions or after lovemaking. Sharing snacks. You can learn to buy some biscuits, buy some chocolate, buy some strawberries, buy some certain things, something like this, snacks. Put it in your bedroom. Put it, separate chambers in your bedroom. If you are a couple that that loves tea or coffee, you can also do quick coffee in between rounds. Do quick coffee and take coffee, take some snacks, because you have exerted a whole lot of physical energy in the process of love making. You have shared your emotion during love making. You have exerted a lot of energy. So if you can do one of these two things to recoup that energy within that time frame, within that 5-10 minutes or thereabout after love making, it will go a whole lot way. Either you are going into the next session of love making, or you even want to go back to sleep. It can help to make, it can help to condition you for that process. Very important. So for you guys that are not used to that, if you try the snack thing, you will enjoy it indeed. You will enjoy it. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so immediately. Look at this red button by my side. Click on it, get subscribed, and be part of this channel. The fourth thing you need to do, this is a time to reminisce over some past victories, some past adventures, some past things. No, reminisce over some experiences you have had in the past, and then share it with your spouse. It can bring a lot of joy. In some things that happened when you went on vacation, things that happened when you went to meet your parents, things that happened that brought joy into your life as married couple. This is a time to share it. This is a time to share it. It's after love making. You can even do a little bit of gossip during love making. Gossip that is for both of you. Things like that. Tell your wife, tell your husband, the other time we did it in the kitchen, or we did it in the bedroom. I enjoyed it so much. Let's be versatile in all this. Let's, we can do it. Let's go to the bedroom. Let's go to the, share some things that can bring a lot of laughter, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. Something that shows that both of you understand the rhythm of one another's life. It's very important that you do that. That's the fourth thing you need to do in this process. The fifth thing you need to do actually after sexual intercourse, while you are still holding one another, while you are still speaking in low tones and laughing joyfully and experiencing this, this aroma, or this joyful aroma that is prevalent in such sessions. While you are at it, you can begin to talk about the next session of love making. You can begin to talk about how you can plan your next adventure. Possibly, do we go to Yankari Game Reserve? Do we go to Dubai for shopping, or for holiday? Do we go to the US? Do we go to begin to check out some certain spots where you can have a quality vacation outside of family and business. These are the time to talk about such things. Begin to share ideas that will make a whole lot of meaning to your life and to your life generally. These are the times to share it. Because the time after sex actually is a time for couples to actually get more united. This is the time when they discuss as one soul headed in one direction. This is the time for them to actually experience the joy of their oneness, and whatever will make your relationship to gel as one. This is the time to discuss it. This is the time to discuss it. And I will now add what I call a bonus. What you must not do after sex. Number one, if you have been having having sex under dim lights or possibly in darkness, please, immediately after sex, don't on bright lights. No, it's totally out of it. Once you on the bright light, it cuts away all the emotions and all the joys of that moment. So don't on the bright lights. Enjoy your darkness or enjoy your dim lights. Hold one another, like I said. Don't on the bright lights. The second thing you must not do is to get up immediately and get out of the room, or get up immediately and enter into your toilet and begin to shower. No. When you do that, it communicates to the other. It's like I'm dirty. It's like what we did is dirty. No. You don't shower. You can hold on yourself for the next couple of hours, except if you are going out to work or you are going out from the home, you can shower. But if you are sleeping overnight, no, you can as well sleep overnight with everything on. It's like that. Then the third thing you should not also do, like I said earlier, please don't go online immediately after sex. Don't begin to do other things and immediately after sex. No. It is an anathema. It's an anathema. It doesn't follow. And the final one I want to say is the one that most people do. Immediately after sex, they disengage and they turn away from their spouses, and before you know it, they are snoring away. No, that is irresponsible. That is emotional irresponsibility. You don't do that. You don't do that. It simply means that that moment of conjugation was the only thing you were looking for. You were not looking for the emotional well-being of your spouse. And if somehow you feel like you want to sleep after the sexual experience, please communicate that to your partner. Tell your partner, I'm feeling very weak. I want to sleep. Can we just sleep? Good night, darling. I look forward to, the morning. Wonderful. Communicate to one another that you actually want to sleep. But don't sleep while both of you are still talking. You still have sentences in your lips, and then you sleep off. And the other person, maybe the man or the woman, is still talking, and only to hear you snoring away. No, it's not good. It's not good at all. So learn how to communicate to your spouse that you want to sleep off, and then hold one another's arms and then sleep off. That is what happens after sex. I hope I have communicated well enough to some of us out there. And I believe that some of the things we have said here will not only be heard, but it will be practiced. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Once again, my name is Felix Okeke. I'm your marriage counselor and coach. And before you check out, look at this red button, just subscribe and be with me next week. Have a wonderful time.